a lot of videos. There's a lot of content creators on Instagram that they tell you exactly how to use it. There's an actual content creator that they call it the ChatGPT Bible. Y es un libro completo. Le llaman la Biblia de ChatGPT. Y es un libro completo. It's a complete book where it tells you how to prompt it depending on what you want to tell your customer. So, what is ChatGPT? It's an AI language. Te la voy a pasar en español porque no la hice en español.
Es que medio entiendo algunas cosas, pero se me va, o sea, sí tienes, o sea, tu inglés yo lo entiendo muy bien, pero de repente se me van ciertas cosas. Me va a quedar a mí. Okay.
So ChatGPT is AI, it's artificial intelligence, and it was designed to generate human-like text. So lo que es inteligencia artificial y está diseñado para que pueda hacer contenido como si fuera un humano y no una computadora. Okay?
¿La presentación la hiciste con ChatGPT?
Toda esta presentación está hecha con ChatGPT. That was the surprise at the end. So, se usa mucho ahora en los chats. So if you go to like any type of business where you go to their website and you are chatting with someone, you're actually chatting with a computer, but you don't even know that because it sounds like you are actually talking to a human. So ChatGPT is trained to have different or diverse text sources. O sea, toma todo el internet y dice como tú con tus membrillos. Hazme un blog de por qué el membrillo es lo más importante o whatever y por qué lo uso. Y lo le dices y te hace un contenido completo.
¡Qué padre!
So ya cuando, digamos, quieres hacer un negocio, puedes hacer tu business plan con ChatGPT, le puedes pedir que te haga tu contenido para tus redes sociales, te puede hacer tu website, te puede hacer tus landing pages. So it is a great tool because you can use it for a lot of great things for your business, from your business plan up until like the moment that you are live. So this is what the website looks like when you log in, and this is the free version. Lamar has the GPT-4. You pay for the monthly service, what is it, like $25 a month?
20.
And it's worth it because it gives you a lot more options to it. I haven't paid for it yet because I don't feel like I need to just yet. But he was telling me right now that it actually enables images for you as well. There's other apps that do generate AI images as well. No sé si se han dado cuenta cuando se meten ahora a Instagram or Facebook. There's creators now que parecen como caricaturas. They're all generated with AI.
So what's the difference between the paid one and the free one?
Access to apps.
Access to apps, like other apps.
So where it says at the top,
So-
see how it has that little lock up there?
This one.
If you actually get the paid version, a few key benefits is sometimes if the server's already like pegged, you get automatically like bumped up to get in. And then when you get the paid version, there are about 100, 200, 300 something plus new apps that you can then connect ChatGPT with that does additional things outside of the free version.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, if you pay for it, the more you pay, the less you work. Because all you're sitting there is just giving it a command saying, create me content for the next 30 days for my page. And this is the topic that we're gonna talk for the next 30 days. And then you just hit enter, it gives you the options or the full content for the next 30 days, y te lo hace number 1 through 30. Y tú le dices, okay, I like it, and then you can generate it directly from ChatGPT. The way that I did it is a little bit more complex because I actually copy and paste everything into Canva, but I made content for the next year. I have posts for the next year, and it's just simple content, and I'll show you how to do that right now.
Have you tried artificial intelligence in Canva?
Yes.
Is it good?
Canva is a little bit behind because it's only sourcing from what Canva has. It's not sourcing from the entire internet. And it tells you Like,
Okay.
I've seen, when I did the affirmations for the Facebook group,
Mhm.
and I did give me 365 different affirmations for women. ChatGPT gave me like a variety of them. Canva gave me repetitious. And I was like, well, that's the same thing that I already saw, like day 25. So it's a little bit behind. It's brand new to Canva, so it's not like it's what ChatGPT really has come to. But the cool thing about ChatGPT is that it learns. It's a little
Okay.
robot that learns with time. So it's a great way to be efficient. One of the most significant benefits of ChatGPT is that the ability to handle multiple conversations with simultaneously. So puedes tener a uno platicando de membrillos, al otro platicando de tequila, al otro platicando de otra cosa. ¿Sabes? En tu misma página. En vez de tener a una persona trabajando, haciendo type y la llamada, lo que sea, no entra. Okay? You have it available 24/7. It's, if you get up at 2 o'clock in the morning, you have a bright idea, se te vino, tuviste un sueño de, tengo que ir a escribir algo, nomás lo escribes en ChatGPT y en la mañana ya está hecho. O sea, en 5 segundos está hecho, más bien. Consistency es, la consistencia que tiene es depende de la información que le des. Yo te les voy a hacer una presentación completa de cómo se usa, pero entre más información le des, más contenido y más, how do you say it? Concentrado, y la consistencia que tiene del producto que te va a dar. Así que si le dices, como yo por ejemplo, lo he estado usando para hacer blog posts para mi página. Quiero que me hagas un blog post de cómo puedes sanarte un corazón roto. Y te da algo general.
La imagen del elefante.
Y me dice, puedes irte con tus amigos, puedes ir con a terapia, puedes ir a tomar, te puedes ir de viaje. Y de cada uno le puedo decir, ahora dame un contenido completo de por qué me puedo ir de viaje y por qué se los tengo que decir y cómo los puedo convencer. Y me da más contenido sobre eso. ¿Sabes? So, the more information that you give it, the better it is. So, if you are starting your business or you kind of want to revamp your business, having ChatGPT as a resource is going to help you gain some type of clarity on what you are envisioning for your business. It's going to niche it down completely. So if you're having trouble niching down your business, this will help you. Because then you start seeing the same results. O sea, te va a dar lo mismo una y otra vez. And then you're like, okay, I'm tired of the same results. Déjame le doy un poquito más de información. No, I want it for women that have gone through toxic relationships. They're 35 to 45 years old. They're single, they're mothers. Now write me content that I know is going to resonate with them.
That is so cool.
And then it gives you the content. So the more info that you give it,
Can we use it to like tell me how to lie to my husband regarding my last trip?
you can do that.
Pay for it.
And the
Just
hashtag.
asking for a friend.
So you can scale it. You can scale your business because of ChatGPT. If you tell it, how can I start from 0 to grow my business? It'll give you a business plan. Month 1 for the next year, le dices. Porque the more concrete that you are, the more specific that you are, the easier it is for the machine to understand. So if you tell it, I want to scale my business from $0 to $1 million in the next year, tell me how to do it. You're gonna give it all the information for your business. So let's say like that you wanted to scale down and not take so many weddings, but you wanted to do more events. You could sit there and tell it, this is my plan for the next year. Tell me how to, or show me how to do it. And then it'll tell you, month 1, this is what you're gonna do. Month 2, this is what you can do. Month 3, and they're all suggestions. And then if you don't like the context, you can just type in, I don't like it, give me other options. And then it'll be like, okay. And it takes a little bit longer, and it'll generate that. The other cool thing about it, it's a multilingual support. So, español, inglés, francés, italiano, whatever language, it's available for any language expert. I haven't tried it in Spanish, Have you tried it in Spanish?
So, in order to understand what y'all saying in the chat, I'll just copy and be like, what are they saying? So you can take something in English. And say,
Is it as bad as Google Translate?
I don't know. I don't speak Spanish, so I'm just like, all right. I mean, I can't give it. I can't give it a real.
I have tried.
Because
Yeah.
Google Translate has some words that you're like, that I know that's not the word.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So I know I basically would take stuff in English and translate it to Spanish, and if I see something in Spanish, I'll try to translate it in English. But I don't have a strong Spanish background, so I can't tell if it's the right thing or not. I'm like, all right.
And does it make sense or?
I mean, for the most part, yeah. All right, I can-
Nos
Then it's
pasa lo
pretty
mismo,
accurate.
a mí con el inglés, es lo mismo. Lo mismo.
iOS, pues usa ChatGPT.
And there is an app for ChatGPT, o sea, lo puedes tener en tu teléfono también y está súper fácil.
O sea, lo puedo tener aquí y le decirle, oye,
Yeah.
dile a
Sí,
esta
o sea.
persona esto, y ya.
Ajá.
¡Wow! No, pues, definitiva, ahí está la solución a mis
Ya no
problemas.
aprendí inglés, güey.
ChatGPT nada más le pones lo que le quieras decir y te lo hace, te lo traduce. No sé qué tan eficiente sea la traducción.
Tan
Ajá.
accurate vaya a ser, sí. Pero pues.
Porque si has usado Google Translate, a
Sí,
veces,
a veces no.
no
Sí.
funciona al 100%. O sea, si vas a usar una traducción, te recomendaría que nada más lo leyeras antes de mandarlo.
Antes de, si no estoy diciendo puras cosas que- no.
So, while ChatGPT is adept to understand context to some extent, it can still struggle with more nuanced queries. So, for example, if you're trying to tell it something emotional, it's a computer. It doesn't know emotion. And it will tell you, I do not know what it means to be in love. I do not know what it means like to feel sad or to feel happy. You can give it some other context to kind of generate the emotion, but it does not give you like, do this to feel this way. See? The data dependency, the accuracy, and the quality of ChatGPT response are highly reliant on the training data that it has been exposed to. So, entre más, como te está diciendo, entre más información le des, más accurate vas a tener la información. Porque le vas a decir, nada más quiero que me saques información de esta website. Y nada más de esa website te va a sacar información. Puede ser muy directa en lo que estás buscando.
Yeah, something to that.
Uh-huh.
So ChatGPT is only up to date till I think 2021. I think
thought it was 22.
it might be 22. The last time I had checked, it was 21. So it basically collects data up to a certain point. But with ChatGPT 4, some of the apps and stuff will be more up to date. So that's kind of another difference between like the free and the paid version. You
Yeah.
may have some options that are more up to date depending on what you're trying to do.
Yeah, thank you for that. Ethical concerns, AI generated content can sometimes carry biases or produce inappropriate responses. ChatGPT was being sued for being racially discriminating because it was putting in context certain things of, you know, there's stereotypes out there, maybe Mexicans being lazy. And whenever somebody would write something about Mexicans, it would put that in the context of whatever you were producing. So yes, you do have to sit there and read it and make sure that it's ethically correct because it's a computer. It doesn't know right or wrong. It just knows this is what it is. It's just a bunch of numbers for it. I think it was in a university where they found out about it because it was for a African American studies. Somebody tried to use ChatGPT and it did not go well for them. It can be unpredictable. This is basically because of confusing outputs, whatever you are giving it. O sea, si le dices, dime negro, pero le pones blanco, it's gonna be like, what? So, se traba. Es una computadora, se traba. So again, the more consistent you are and the more information that you give it, the better the result that you have. It doesn't have any empathy. I know if I say, ay, pobrecita Ivonne. No. O sea, te lo va a decir como es. It tries to mimic human-like responses, but it's not going to be like, oh, I understand you or I feel for you. It'll be very robotic on that aspect. if you, let's say you're on a chat and you're like, you're calling your insurance. I just got into a car accident, I totaled my car, I need an ambulance, help me, blah, blah, blah. The machine is going to ask you, what is your first and last name? Not that, are you okay? Are there any injuries, anything like that, as if you were talking to a human. It's the first thing that's gonna ask you is just for your information. So how can you utilize ChatGPT for your business growth? You can use it for customer support. You can create content. You can do market research with it. You can do leads with it. You can do language translation with it. How many of you were here for last month's session? Last month we talked about like keywords and SEOs. ChatGPT can help you with that. Because you can say, this is the type of business that I have. Tell me the most current hashtags, SEO, keywords that I can use for my business, and it'll list it out for you. That way you do, and you are using those in all of your social media content, your emails, what else? Your blog reports, sorry, that's teacher me, blog posts. So this is what it looks like to have ChatGPT in a chat. I was trying to set up my website to where I would have to have people log in first so that I could catch their email before they can get to any of my books or my content. So obviously these are the responses from ChatGPT, and then these are mine. So all I have to say is like, I'm a coach, I have some free content and some paid content I want to provide for my clients. I want to be able to have potential clients to come to my page, download the free content in exchange for their email and phone number. I don't know if I should be making a landing page for this, or what other option should I go? And then this is the response that they gave me. They're like, hi, they try to make it as humanly possible, but then it told me these are the steps that you can take. There was no empathy of like, what type of clients do you have? How old are they? Or what exactly are you trying to get from them? You know what I mean? There was no real empathy behind that. I feel like the emojis is where they're trying to get to be a little bit more human-like. This was their response after I said, thank you so much. They're like, great, we appreciate it, thanks, and leave a little heart. And that's what made me realize, I'm like, oh, I'm talking to a machine. Not only that, there was a little bubble of a picture of a girl that was obviously AI generated. And it made me think, oh, I'm talking to whatever her name was.
I was gonna say, I noticed that it tries to add emojis if you are trying to do SEO for like YouTube and stuff like that. So if you say I have a video or something and I want the SEO tags, it will throw in the exact emojis. If you copy it and put it right into YouTube, it will, in the description stuff, it will reflect the emojis and everything.
Yeah. The best practices for using ChatGPT is for quality training data. You ensure that your model's training data is accurate, relevant, and up to date. Continuous monitoring for your business. Human oversight. A lot of times we might not catch the mistake, but the computer will. Feedback loop and clear contextual prompts. Let's say you want to provide, again, your basic questions. How many of you use Facebook Business for when they send you a message through Messenger, it automatically answers?
I do.
And the questions are like, the responses are pretty basic. It's like, how can I help you? And then somebody types in their name, they're like, how can I help you?
Yeah.
Because that's all it knows how to say. So you have to sit there and tell it, this is what I want you. If the conversation, ChatGPT can do that. If the conversation goes down this way, this is what you're going to respond.
Okay.
If they tell you, I'm looking for a wedding for 75 people in, I don't know, Cancun, and then ChatGPT is going to take that and say, okay, she had already told me that if they called for a wedding in Cancun, this is what I can respond. So
That's good.
it's that clear context that you can give it to give automatic feedback to your potential client and make it an actual client. That's the end of that. Any questions?
I heard the other day that we're supposed to be careful because of copyright.